Hey guys, it's Scanner here. Welcome back to a new video on this channel, and let's cut to the chase. You know what time it is. Summer 2025 anime. Let's get to it. Dun 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 Season 2. Our supernatural series has returned. Putting it simply, the girl that believes in ghosts gains alien abilities, while the guy that believes in aliens gets possessed by a ghost. Kaiju number 8, Season 2. Cleaner becomes a humanoid kaiju. Season 2. The Rising of the Shield Hero Season 4. 4 guys get reincarnated into a kingdom and each get their own weapon, and our MC gets a shield and is ridiculed by it. So he's on a journey to get stronger, blah blah blah. You know how it goes. And now they're on the 4th season. Dr. Stone Science Future Core 2. As I've mentioned before, it's chemistry the anime. Basically the world turning back into the Stone Age, and literally I mean everyone is turned into a fucking stone. Our MC basically uses science to save them. Rent a Girlfriend Season 4. The series that people didn't really ask for a sequel has somehow fucking got a sequel. If you're new to this anime and you don't really know anything about this series, it's literally a story about renting a girlfriend with our very much hopeless MC. The author really screwed us over with the latest chapters. Dress Up Darling Season 2. Now this is a sequel that people have been waiting for. A story of a girl who wants to cosplay and a guy that sews clothes for Hina dolls. So when she finds out about this, she asks the guy to sew clothes to basically create her cosplays. The manga recently ended and it's hella fucking good, so I definitely recommend you guys to check that out. Sakamoto Days Core 2. Professional hitman retires and lives a slow life, though his old life is coming back to haunt him. Even so, doesn't mean he's not ready for them. Call of the Night Season 2. The anime that I didn't really expect to get a bunch of popularity. Well, it probably did, mostly because of Nanakasa. A guy that struggles with love goes out at night, meets a vampire, gets bitten by a vampire, and is now working hard to become a vampire himself. Grand Blue Season 2. We thought it would never come, but after waiting 7 long years, Grand Blue has finally gotten a sequel. Now this anime is probably one of my favorite shows ever, mostly because of the slice of life comedy it has. The story follows the MC living with his uncle and cousins at a diving shop while he's studying for university. And it doesn't even take 5 minutes for everything to go into absolute chaos. It is a diving anime, but then again, it's mostly just the shenanigans that they have during the whole series is what make people love it so much. It's even influenced me so much that I even took diving as a curriculum this semester. So if you want to have a good laugh, I definitely recommend you this series. Rascal Does Not Dream of Santa Claus. A supernatural disease called puberty syndrome has only affected teenagers, unsurprisingly. And our MC helped a 3rd-year high school student into curing this disease, and now ends up attracting a lot more girls with that said disease. And personally, I had no idea that this series actually had this much sequels, because the last time I watched this was literally the first movie, so I don't really know what's going on anymore. Toilet Bound Hanako-kun 2 Part 2. The horror story of a ghost that roams around the Japanese toilets. One girl successfully summoned this ghost, thinking it was a girl, but it turns out it was a guy. So now she becomes the apprentice of this ghost to restore the balance between the mortal realm and the supernatural realm. Season 2 Part 2. A Couple of Cuckoos Season 2. When 2 students who had no relationship between each other whatsoever found out that they got switched during birth, and later revealed to their families, so both families decided, in order to get their child back to their original family, they should get engaged to each other. Yeah, that's a solution, I guess. I was reincarnated as the 7th prince, so I can take my time perfecting my magical ability. 2nd season. A kimono that reincarnates into the body of a 7th prince who has endless mana, and since he's the 7th prince, so he doesn't really have to focus on taking over the throne. So he has a lot of time to focus on his training, I guess. Okay, I'll be honest. You cannot convince me that this MC right here is a boy. It's a female.
It's a guy.
It's not a guy. Look at those fucking eyelashes, dude. Those are feminine ass eyelashes. It's not manly eyelashes. This ain't a prince. It's a fucking princess.
But he solos Goku.
He doesn't solo Goku. Why is there a season 2? Arknights Rise from Ember. This should be the third installment to the Arknight series. Honestly, I haven't watched the anime yet, but I've already played the game, and I heard that the anime literally follows the game story with just some minor details removed. If you're thinking of playing it, it's basically a strategy, tower defense, gacha game set in a tech-like, futuristic, post-apocalyptic world. Reborn as a vending machine, I now wander the dungeon, second season. I'll be honest, I have little to no understanding on why the fuck did this get a second season. A guy that loves vending machines has reincarnated into another world as a vending machine. And guess how he died? By a fucking vending machine. Now, living as a vending machine, he can see and hear, but he can't really talk much. He can only say the normal phrases. So what he literally does is dispense food items to people, and I guess he seems to enjoy that. I even heard there's gonna be a third season. This anime can't be that fucking serious. Moving on to the newest series in the season. Dealing with Mikadono sisters is a breeze. The son of a late legendary actress is brought into the family of his mother's friend, and she has 3 prodigy sisters that rule his new school, and is also drifting apart from each other. So he's gonna try to fulfill his late mother's wish into creating a happy family. Now, based on the trailer that I've seen, in order to create that happy family, he's probably gonna end up creating a fucking harem in the process. I guess I might check it out. It actually sounds pretty wholesome, to be honest. There's no freaking way I'll be your lover unless an introverted girl wants to make a great debut at her school by being more extroverted. So starting off, she's gotta make some friends, but she ends up creating a full harem of girls. I am so looking forward to watching this. Busuni Hanatabao. A girl that's been regarded as the unattractive side character in other people's stories also wishes for her own romance manga story. Until the popular guy in class finds out about her secret, he starts striking up conversations with her more regularly, which she also finds kind of suspicious. So even if you think you're ugly, there's always a romance love story for you out there. Clevates. Maju no Odo Akago to Shikabane no Yusha. One of the lords of dark beasts finds a newborn infant, and unsure of how to take care of her, he revives one of the heroes that he has slain to help him raise the baby. It's like that one arc in Devil's a Part-Timer, only darker. Apocalypse bringer Minogra. World conquest starts with the civilization of ruin. Legendary player of this fantasy strategy game gets hospitalized and wakes up in the game. So the first thing he does is build an evil empire. I guess that's one way of enjoying your isekai life. The Water Magician. A guy reincarnates into another world as a water magician, and without realizing, he has spent nearly 2 decades fighting off monsters and refining his magic due to his hidden trait, eternal youth. One day he comes across an unconscious adventurer who later requests him to accompany him to the town. And so the two embark on a journey and create a powerful duo. I've heard news about this series not being like your typical isekai because it doesn't really have the whole harem aspect. So you could say this show has got a good flow. Yeah, I'm sorry. Scooped up by an S-rank adventurer. Holy fucking shit. Another one has been banished from the heroes party. MC is picked up by an S-rank party and turns out to be an unmatched support magic user. I feel like every season has a new series for like someone getting banished. When will the heroes party learn? Tsui Hosha Shokudo e Yokoso. Guess who else got banished from their party? Sour banished MC starts off his true passion of creating his own restaurant, though it does attract a lot of other outcasted customers as well. Honestly, this sounds like a pretty heartwarming show, so most likely I will check it out. Mari Antoinette ni tensei shita node, zenroku de guillotine wo kaihi shimasu. Otaku girl reincarnates into the body of a girl in old age France, and by using her fangirl powers, she is gonna turn the people of Versailles into history's first idol group. I would love to see Napoleon singing Soda Pop. Private tutor to the Duke's daughter. It's in the name. Guy that failed the court sorcerer exam found a job to be the private tutor of the Duke's daughter, who seems to not be able to use magic at all. So what started from a pretty hard job has now become much, much harder. The shy hero and the assassin princesses. The shy hero is unable to form a party, obviously, because he's shy. So 3 assassins invited him to join their party, though their objective is to basically assassinate the shy hero. Sounds fun. Watari-kun's is about to collapse. Am I becoming family friendly? No, I literally can't read what the fuck the title is saying because they're not showing it. Our MC lives for his youngest sister after their parents passed away, and they've been passed around from relative to relative, so he has the most responsibility over her. One day his childhood friend enrolls to his school after disappearing from his life a while back, but it kind of seems like she's now here to just do advances on him, which is, that just sounds fucking chaotic. Gachiyakuta. In the slums of the town, our MC lives life scavenging through trash to find anything interesting or anything valuable or anything useful. Until one day, he got accused of murder and was thrown into the abyss. And later on, he finds out that there are actually monsters made of trash there. So as he was about to get attacked, he was saved by a guy who later reveals himself to be a cleaner. So these cleaners are actually trash monster exterminators. So in order to get revenge on the people above, our MC is going to join the cleaners and he's going to fight his way out of the abyss. Togin Anki. So long ago, humans were at war with demon-like creatures, and the person that opposed them was a guy named Momotaro. Thousands of years later, our MC is getting chased by a guy and is saved by his adoptive father, who later reveals that both the adoptive father and the pursuer are descendants of Momotaro, while the MC is a descendant of those demon-like creatures. When his adoptive father got killed, he basically awakens his demon-like powers and goes berserk. So, Blue Exorcist, in a way. The summer Hikaru died. A story of one of 2 best friends who disappeared in the mountains finally returned, though he doesn't really think that the one that returned is actually his best friend, rather something that has taken over his body. I always love a good horror mystery show. If y'all like them too, check it out. Detectives these days are crazy. Once a legendary detective, he now finds himself as a middle-aged man struggling with the technology of the modern day. So a high school girl approaches him wanting to become his apprentice. Though kind of reluctant, she does encourage him to get back into his old life. And so these two partner up to solve mysteries while him still getting surprised by the modern age detectives. Dekin no Mogura. This shady, self-proclaimed sage got banned from the afterlife. Now he wanders around collecting spirits in his lantern. What could you have done to make yourself immortal? Cause even the afterlife won't accept you. Femme fatale ikuse keikaku. A girl's heart was broken by her ex-boyfriend. So in order to seek revenge, her cousin is going to become a hot girl, seduce him, and dump him in the end. That's quite the revenge story. See you tomorrow at the food court. 2 girls from different high schools who are known to be pretty unapproachable in their own ways tend to meet up at the food court almost every day, and they ended up creating a friendship between each other, sharing all their stories, all their ups and downs. Sounds like a very sweet, laid-back story. And having the setting as a food court was actually kind of a pretty cool concept. Fermat Noriori, a guy who's in love with the mathematics, failed to join the Math Olympiad. Kind of relatable. And is now working at the school cafeteria. So along came a chef that taught him the possibility of combining maths and cooking into one. So now he embarks on a journey to improve his dishes day by day with the power of maths. So it's basically a mathematical food wars without the unlimited orgasms. Muchusa Kimi ni. So the story of guys with different personalities and many weird rumors about them. And these guys are also sitting close to each other, quickly learning about each other, and slowly uncovering the true character behind their respective masks. I assume it's a more grounded slice of life, which is actually pretty cool. Karaoke iko. A Yakuza member approaches the president of the choir club to teach him how to sing. This is because every year his Yakuza group holds a karaoke competition, and the loser gets a tattoo designed by the boss. Finally, the Yakuza karaoke game mode has finally gotten a fucking anime. Solo camping for 2. A devoted solo camper crosses paths with a total camping novice and reluctantly invites her out to his own solo camping, which ends up creating an unusual partnership. This anime sounds great. you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna start my camping arc. Ameto Kimito. A novelist was returning home and came across a strange animal that is asking her to take it home. Although kind of reluctant, she later finds out that the animal is actually much smarter than she realized when it starts communicating with her through writing. I don't know what this animal is, but it's so fucking cute. I'm definitely gonna start watching this. And last but not least, we have The Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity. Obviously, this is on the list. A very popular romance manga. Finally got their own adaptation. An all-boys school infamously known for having delinquents is always looked down upon by the prestigious all-girls school next door. A student from the all-boys school, who always keeps a distance between others because of his scary-like appearance, was helping out with his family in the cake shop, and they encounters a girl who didn't even thought him that way, later finding out that she is actually from that all-girls school. So it's basically a youthful romance between two students from their schools being total polar opposites. The girl, Waguri, has appeared on social media a fuck ton with fan arts, cosplays, even the actual manga panels itself. So the series has actually gained a lot of popularity even before its release. The story is fucking amazing, so be sure to check it out. Of course, if you're single, be prepared to feel hella lonely in the process as well. So that was summer 2025 anime. Oh yeah, welcome to my new room. Yeah, I got promoted from the last room. But overall, this season, really good. I really like it. It's very packed. There's a lot of really interesting anime that I'm actually looking forward to watching. Out of this 40 entry list that I have, almost half of it, maybe about 15, are sequels, which is actually a pretty surprising number. But honestly though, we gotta stop giving random isekais sequels, because vending machines, this Seventh Prince, okay, maybe Seventh Prince deserves a sequel based on what my roommate says. That vending machine, I don't think it deserves a sequel, to be honest. And a lot of like pretty interesting, you know, like the karaoke anime, the camping anime, a lot of very heartwarming series, a lot of cooking, food related series, and a lot of pretty cool action series as well. On top of, you know, the banished people. Yes, I know. I'm also kind of late, but I'm not super late. Maybe. I might be actually late. If you realize, I'm actually trying out a new format for like these seasonal anime reviews, because I kind of realized that there are certain series where I don't really explain anything at all, kind of. Yeah, I'm basically gonna give every anime their own explanation without just cracking up a joke. If it's a sequel, it's mostly just gonna be like what the season 1 of it's gonna be set, because obviously people start from season 1. But then again, while realizing this, it's kind of hard to now crack jokes. I hope this video turns out well. If not, then there's always room for improvement, right? But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and tell me in the comments below what series are you watching this season, or out of this gigantic list. If there is any series that I haven't reviewed yet, please let me know in the comments below and I will review it for you. Till then, see you in the next one. Bye!